This is war, and we have to fight that war and win it. We have to destroy the Hamas war machine.
Israel's ambassador to the U.S. condemning the attack on his country by Palestinian militants. And new in just the last 10 minutes, we're learning of a new barrage of missiles launched toward Israel. The Israeli government formally declaring war on Hamas. A top U.S. official now saying at least 4 Americans are among the hundreds killed after Hamas launched a surprise attack on Israel over the weekend. One of the targets was a music festival. Meantime, the leader of the Palestinian terror group says militants are in Gaza holding dozens of Israeli hostages, and they say they won't release them until Palestinian prisoners in Israeli jails are freed. Naomi Ruckham has the very latest details.
The night sky over Gaza glowed orange as Israel launched more airstrikes overnight. Palestinians ran for cover after an earlier attack. Bulldozers cleared some of the rubble in Gaza. Israeli soldiers converged on the south, where Hamas says it took dozens of hostages. Frustrated family members of the missing are gathering at a center in Tel Aviv.
We don't know what's going on. No one's talking to us. We can't get in contact with anyone.
The U.S. is sending a carrier strike group to the region in support of Israel, which includes the Navy aircraft carrier USS Gerald R. Ford.
The only things we've said to Israel are that we're here, we've got your back. We want to make sure that you have the support that you need.
Some GOP presidential candidates are criticizing the Biden administration's response.
There's a lack of leadership at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu spoke to President Biden and the leaders of Germany, Ukraine, Italy, and Britain, who offered their support.
Now is not a time for equivocation, and I'm unequivocal. Hamas and the people who support Hamas are fully responsible for this appalling act of terror.
The permanent observer of Palestine to the United Nations called for an end to Israeli occupation.
It is time for an immediate end to the violence and the bloodshed.
Israel is already mourning its victims, including an Israeli policeman. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News.
The death toll on both sides now over 1,000 this morning. Israel says more than 700 people have died, mostly civilians, and more than 2,100 have been hurt. Meantime, President Biden spoke Saturday afternoon right after news of Hamas attacking Israel arrived from the Gaza Strip.
I personally am going to remain in close contact with Prime Minister Netanyahu as this situation continues to develop. And let there be no mistake. The United States stands with the state of Israel.
The president continuing to reiterate his support for Israel and saying the U.S. will continue to stand by the country. Arkansas's congressional delegates in Washington all condemning the attack on Israel. Senator Tom Cotton, a member of the Senate Armed Services Committee, appearing on Fox News Sunday saying America needs to support Israel with every weapon and tool at our disposal.
That takes the form of American military, diplomatic, and political support. The military support may require resupply of things like interceptors for their missile defense systems, or artillery shells, rockets, missiles, small arms ammunition. It may take more intangible forms of support, like mission planning for what will be very complex urban operations, or intelligence support as well.
On the House side, 4th District Congressman Bruce Westerman saying his office is standing by to help any Arkansans impacted with family in Israel. And Representative French Hill of the 2nd District posting over the weekend saying America stands firmly with Israel.